Hello guys, and welcome back to Leslie's Travels, where I teach you how to travel on a budget and how to travel in luxury. Thank you guys so much for joining on this beautiful day. Please feel free to subscribe, like the video, and comment down below if you have any questions about any of the locations I have been on thus far. Alright guys, so this video is going to be dedicated to my trips to Turks and Caicos. So my Turks and Caicos trip was one of my birthday trips. As I have said in previous videos, I made a dedication to myself once I got my passport to not be on US soil for my birthday. And I'm super grateful that I have had the chance to experience so many locations and for I've been able to keep that promise to myself. Alright, so we're going to jump right on in, guys. So Turks and Caicos, I did the exact same thing I've been doing as far as saving. I did use the draw method as well for my accommodations and for my airport flights. All right, so keep in mind that the Grand Turks is a bit expensive, but it is absolutely worth it, okay? All right, so when I booked my flight directly there, the flight wasn't crazy expensive, but I didn't realize that once I got to the Grand Turks, I had to book another flight to get to the next location. So yeah, from once I flew into it, of course I pre-booked a second flight as well. I did take a small plane, which was super nerve-wracking and a little bit scary, but it was an amazing adventure. Once again, travel is about adventures, but the plane was about maybe a 6 or 8 seater. It was small enough for me to be able to, where I was sitting, to be able to see the cockpit. Like I said, it was a little scary. Won't say a lie to you about that, but it was amazing and it was a new adventure. So yeah, once I got directly into the island that I was staying on, I did quickly realize just how small this island was, but it was amazing. Once I got in, of course I got my luggage and all that jazz, and from there I went to pick up my driving utensils. At first I was thinking about renting a car, but I quickly realized how small the island was, so I did pre-book a golf cart, which is really cool. It was my way of getting around for the week. I was there for 6 or 7 days, but it's island life, like you just ride around in a golf cart. For me it made sense. Once I got my golf cart, I did go directly into getting groceries. One of the ways that I did choose to save money, because I do want to be honest with you guys, it is a bit expensive, was I chose to make my breakfast for myself, and then wherever I wanted to eat out, and I would always just pick a restaurant and eat out at night. So yeah, once I got the groceries, I quickly realized just how expensive things were there. I think I got a couple bags of chips, bacon, eggs, and a bunch of bottled water, and coffee, really good coffee, and I probably spent about $60 or $70 for very small items, but once again, everything is about an experience. The way I chose to save money was that way. Like I said, I did choose to get an Airbnb, so I would cook my breakfast and I would just eat out at night. That's the way I chose to save money. There are other options, like you can come into Grand Turks on a cruise, or you can stay on a resort in one of the resorts, which they probably do include I don't know, breakfast and all that stuff as well. But the way I chose to save money was that I ended up going from the grocery store directly into my Airbnb, which was super beautiful. It was a bit isolated, but once again, I'm a server, I'm always around people, so me being isolated on vacation was not a bad thing. So yeah, from there, once I got to my Airbnb, it was amazing. I had an oceanfront Airbnb. It was the cabin life. Because I was staying in Airbnb, I was located near some of the locals, so I felt super safe. But yeah, my Airbnb was one of the best ones I have booked for myself, and like thus far, just for the view and the location. Super amazing. And like I said, I got a chance to be around the local people. I got a chance to talk to people and just get engulfed in their culture, you know what I mean, because I was staying in Airbnb. From there, my very first excursion was a conch diving experience. If you know anything about Turks and Caicos, conch is everywhere. It is amazing. They went conch diving and literally made us up fresh salad after we was finished with our excursion with them, which was amazing, to eat fish directly from the ocean. Super cool. Nonetheless, from my first excursion with the conch diving, they did take us snorkeling, as well as they took us to an island, and because it was such a small island, it was only me and like 4 other people, which was all cruise ship people, which was super cool. So we had this whole beautiful, beautiful island to ourselves. We got a chance just to relax. They took us to swim with the stingrays as well, and just got a chance to just enjoy the scenery and see just how beautiful the water is there. So it was super, super cool. From there, I did the swim with the horses in the ocean, which was one of the highlights of my experience in the Grand Turks and Caicos. So yeah, from there, it was just being there in the ocean with this massive like animal, and I'm riding it around. It was just amazing. I really enjoyed that, as you can tell. After that, I did end up going to get a private ATV tour. I was with one of the local guys, and he took me around to give me kind of like a behind the scenes tour of the Grand Turks. A lot of time with the tours, they do show you all the beautiful things, but I felt super blessed to get a private tour of the island, like, and the behind the scenes tour of the islands. Like, he took me to some amazing sceneries, and I honestly had a blast, and he made me feel super safe. It wasn't any, he didn't make me feel weird, but it was really, really cool. Like I said, I absolutely enjoyed my time there. They made me feel super safe and welcome there. If you are thinking about going, I do try to give people information on being a solo female traveler, just a solo traveler in general. I felt super safe, but you do want to, as you're traveling, just keep your head up and being aware of your surroundings. As my friend's dad would say, just watch your circle. Like, so yeah, just be cautious. But I can honestly say I have no bad experience, even with me riding around on a golf cart. Like, it was amazing, you know what I mean? And just to be able to be engulfed in their culture, get a chance to meet some of the local people, it made me feel super, super welcome. Like I said, it is a bit expensive, but it's absolutely worth it. I do try to tell myself sometime you should treat yourself to just a little bit more luxury. You deserve it. You're worth it. Like, so if you are thinking about going, you deserve it. You're worth it. Give yourself push yourself and just save a little bit more. Maybe spend a couple extra weeks saving and for this adventure, you know what I mean? But it can absolutely be done. And like I said, there are other ways to do it. For me, I chose to rent an Airbnb and fly in. You have the cruise ship way. You can rent you can fly in and do the resort life. It's different ways to save money, but it's definitely possible to make Turks and Caicos happen. So yeah, I do want to thank you guys so much for joining on this beautiful day. I hope you guys do feel free to subscribe, like the video, and comment down below. Just want to leave you guys with a little bit of uplifting. If I was able to make traveling happen on a server's budget, you can do the exact same thing. All it takes is just a little bit of budget management and a little bit of discipline. All right, guys, once again, thank you guys so much for joining on this beautiful day. Subscribe, like the video, all the beautiful jazzies. Thank you guys so much for joining Leslie's Travels, and safe travels. Peace.